All right, tell me if this sounds familiar. You get up for just a second, maybe to grab a coffee, check your phone, whatever, and when you come back, boom, your dog is sitting right in your spot, looking at you like they own the place. Most people think, oh, they're just being bossy, or are they trying to be the alpha? But what if I told you? That's not it at all. Nope, your dog isn't trying to dominate you. They're actually revealing something much deeper. This simple little habit, it's packed with emotion, psychology, and an instinct that goes back thousands of years. Today, we're breaking down the real reason behind this behavior. And trust me, it's going to change the way you see your dog forever. Let's get into it. Reason 1. Seeking safety and comfort. So why does your dog take your seat the second you stand up? It's not about control, it's about comfort. Dogs, just like humans, have emotional needs. And one of the biggest ones? Feeling safe. Ever notice how little kids hold onto a blanket or stuffed animal when they're scared? Well, for your dog, that comfort object is you. Psychologists call this attachment theory, and it applies to dogs just like it does to humans. From the moment you brought them home, they've looked to you as their source of security. You're their protector, their provider, their whole world. And when you sit in one place for a while, that spot absorbs your warmth, your scent. It becomes an extension of you. So when you get up, what does your dog do? They move right in. Not because they're trying to be sneaky, but because that spot represents safety, familiarity, and, you guessed it, it's their way of staying connected to you, even when you're not physically there. This is why dogs don't just steal your seat. They curl up in your bed, they lay on your clothes, and yes, sometimes they even make a nest out of your laundry pile, as gross as that sounds. It's not about the softness, it's about the scent. Your smell is reassuring. It tells them, my person was just here. This is a safe space. And here's the wild part. This isn't just a cute quirk. It's hardwired into their survival instincts. In the wild, young wolves and pack animals huddle together for warmth and protection. Sleeping near the pack leader, aka you, meant safety from predators. Your domesticated pup may not have to worry about survival in your cozy apartment, but their brain still operates the same way. So, next time you find your dog curled up in your seat, don't get mad. They're not claiming your throne. They're holding onto the one thing that makes them feel safe. You. Reason 2. A coping mechanism for separation anxiety. For some dogs, especially those with a deep emotional attachment to their humans, being separated, even for just a few minutes, can trigger feelings of unease. And when that happens, they turn to the next best thing, your seat. Why? Because your scent is still there, your warmth lingers, and in their mind, it's the closest thing to actually having you there. It's comforting, familiar, and helps them cope with the tiny wave of stress that comes from watching you walk away. Dogs that experience separation anxiety often show this behavior more intensely. They don't just take your seat. They might whine when you leave the room, follow you from place to place, or even get visibly anxious when they sense you're about to go out. And if your dog tends to curl up in your chair right after you leave for work, or even just step into another room, that's a big clue. They're not just lounging, they're self-soothing. This isn't a bad thing, but it is something to be mindful of. If your dog struggles with being alone, helping them feel more secure through training, routine, or comfort items like a favorite blanket can make a huge difference. At the end of the day, your seat isn't just a piece of furniture to them. It's a piece of you. And when you're not around, it's the next best thing to having you close. Reason 3, a deep bond and a sign of love. Now, let's talk about something really special, the emotional connection between you and your dog. Because sometimes, when your pup takes your seat, it's not about scent or attention-seeking at all. It's about love, trust, and the desire to be close to you. Think about how dogs interact with each other in the wild, or even in a domestic setting. Puppies snuggle up to their mothers. Pack members sleep close together. And in general, dogs seek warmth and comfort from those they trust. Taking your seat is just another way of saying, I feel safe with you. You might have noticed that when you return to claim your spot, your dog doesn't immediately jump off. Instead, they might look up at you with those big, happy eyes, wag their tail, or even nuzzle into you. That's because they're not just sitting in your seat, they're waiting for you. It's their way of sharing a moment, reinforcing the bond that makes you their most important person in the world. And this behavior is even more pronounced in affectionate, Velcro-like dogs. The ones that follow you from room to room, lean against you, or rest their head on your lap. Taking your seat is just another way of saying, hey, I love you, and I want to be close to you. It's a beautiful reminder that, at their core, dogs aren't just pets. They're companions, family members, and emotional mirrors. When they sit where you sit, it's their way of feeling connected to you, even when you're not physically there. Reason 4, attention-seeking and communication. All right, so we've established that your dog takes your seat because it smells like you. It's their little emotional security blanket. But there's another huge reason behind this behavior. And if you've ever had a dog look at you with those big, expectant eyes while sitting in your spot, you already know what it is. They want your attention. Dogs are social animals. They thrive on interaction, affection, and being part of the pack. And guess who their pack is? You. So, if your dog feels like they're not getting enough love, cuddles, or even just eye contact, they might resort to a little, tactical behavior. Think about it. When your dog hops into your seat, what do? You react. Maybe you laugh. Maybe you tell them to move. Maybe you sit down next to them and give them a little scratch behind the ears. Either way, they got exactly what they wanted, your attention. This behavior is especially common in dogs that feel a little neglected, even unintentionally. Maybe you've been on your phone a lot, busy with work, or just distracted. Instead of barking or whining, some dogs take a more subtle approach. They put themselves right in your space, literally. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Dogs are expert body language readers. They're constantly observing how you react to things. If every time they take your seat you smile, talk to them, or even just acknowledge them, guess what? They just reinforce the behavior. In their mind, they've cracked the code. If I sit here, my human pays attention to me. Mission accomplished. So, next time your pup steals your spot, ask yourself, is this their way of saying, hey, don't forget about me? If so, a few extra minutes of belly rubs or playtime might be all they need to feel reassured. Because at the end of the day, they're not just looking for a warm seat, they're looking for you. So, now that we've uncovered the psychology behind this behavior, what does it really mean when your dog takes your seat? It's not about dominance. It's not about being sneaky or mischievous. It's about something much deeper: emotional connection, comfort, and instinct. Whether it's their way of staying close to you, seeking warmth, or finding a sense of security in your scent, this simple act says one thing loud and clear: your dog loves and trusts you. And as dog owners, isn't that what we all want? A bond so strong that even when we're not sitting there, our dogs still want to be as close to us as possible. So, the next time your dog hops into your seat, take a second to appreciate what they're really telling you. And hey, maybe let them keep it for a little while. Now, I want to hear from you. Does your dog do this? Do they have a favorite spot they always claim? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And if you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more insights into your furry friend behavior.